Hey guys, this is Will of Thai BL and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I am not going to tell you spoilers of Together, but rather I will be discussing to you my favorite Thai BL series. Just a reminder, this is my personal view, so if you do not agree with my list, you can tell us your own favorite BL series in the comments section. Let's practice a healthy conversation with our fellow BL fans. Anyway, I did this video because I also want to know your insights with regards to the BL series that we have had since the beginning. Also, if you wonder that some BL series were not mentioned, probably, I haven't watched that yet fully. Without further ado, let's begin. For my number 8, I would say it is Why Are You the series. Although I haven't watched yet the latest episodes of the series, the previous episodes were pretty much good in my taste. My favorite here in this series is the BL couple, Sawtooth and Thorn. The cuteness of their characters makes me want to hug them. There is something in them that makes me watch them more. Fighter and Tutor on the other hand are characters with so much depth. If Sawtooth and Thorn made us laugh with their scenes, Fighter and Tutor will take all the drama of the series. Sometimes, I get annoyed with their constant fight with each other, but I know that is needed for the development of their characters and love story. What I also like in this series is the consent with your partner. Most of the BL series has these problematic issues within the series. The authors must take note of these because normalizing such acts is a bad example for the viewers. I hope that you get my point here. Please realize that before making love with your partner, ask them first their consent. Forcing yourselves is not okay and will never be okay. Do you get it? I hope so. For my number 7, it is the first season of Two Moons. When this series was aired in 2017, it was one of the most favorite BL series in that year. I was one of the BL fans that got hooked in this series. The aesthetics of the characters were pretty much on point. Although I would say that their acting was cringe, especially with Dr. Pa, since at that time, the number of BL series was scarce, the quality of acting was not much of an issue. But in today's BL world, there are many BL series that you could pick to watch. The quality of acting today has been constantly improving. My favorite BL couple here is, of course, the characters of Ming and Kit. I do not want to discredit the characters of Wayo and Fana, but I think for me, Ming and Kit are much more interesting characters in the series. For my number 6, that would be Love by Chance the series. I would say that the series is the most successful BL series from 2018. A huge fan base of the actors not just in Asia but also in the other continents as well. The first time I saw Tae and Pete in the screen, I just instantly fell in love with their chemistry. I also loved the characters of Tin and Kin. I'm happy that this series would be getting a season 2 probably this year. But it's also sad because Pete would be out for the whole season. I just hope we could see him in the show, but if there's still a management issue between the Perth and Saint, it will be okay with me as long as there is no conflict. Also, according to the novel, A and Pete would break up because of some family issues. The second reason to be sad with the season 2 is about the leaving of Perth and Min in the BL world. They already announced a few months ago the second season of Love by Chance would be their last BL series that they would take part into. As a BL fan, I respect their decisions. But for me, it's unnecessary to announce that kind of statement. Whatever it is, we still support their career no matter what. For my number 5, that goes to Thorn Typed the series. This series is one of the best BL series, if not the best, from 2019. Gulf debuted here as Type in the series. As a newcomer in the BL world, I could say that he's doing a pretty good job in his acting career. Paired up with Mew, then this BL couple would heat up the entire BL community. Thorn Typed the series was aired late 2019 and I would say that this series blown up the entire BL fans. I really love this, but there were some problematic issues with this series. I really hope that in the future BL series, the authors of these novels would completely remove some issues we encountered in the shows. Anyway, I'm not going to talk that in here in detailed. We hoped that we could see the season 2 of Thorn Typed the series this year, but as we face a pandemic right now, it might be pushed back until next year. For my number 4, it is no other than Together the series. This series is most hyped and most talked BL series right now. The ratings of this show surpass any BL series that comes before it. I could say that Together the series is one of the things that helps us to go through this quarantine. I am so in love with the main actors in this series. Both of them are super handsome and adorable. But for me, my favorite goes to Win. I can't withstand the cuteness of this man. I also adore his dedications for this show. He even starved himself before the show to reduce his body weight to be more fit for the character of Tyne. Bright, in the other way, is also very supportive to his co-actor. I love that both of them are being a good friend with each other. I really enjoy this show, and I hope that today is Friday so that I could watch another episode of Together. For my number 3, that spot belongs to Sawtooth the series. Sawtooth the series is the second season of Sawtooth the series. Chris and Singto reprise their roles as Artit and Kong in the series. This series might not have a bed scene and a lot of kissing scenes, but I'm still satisfied with it. As long as I can feel their love with each other, that is more than good enough for me. If you haven't watched this yet, skip this already because there will be spoilers ahead. This series revolved after Artit became an employee and Kong became the new head hazer. Kong became an intern to the same company where Artit worked. Artit was afraid to show their relationship to his co-workers at that time. He's afraid that they might get judged because of their relationship. But at the end, his love to Kong prevailed his fears. This kind of scenarios is much more relatable in real life. More couples are not free to show their affections with their partners because the society we live in is harsh. But I want you to know that as long as your relationship does not offend other people, be proud of it. That's the lesson I've learned in watching Sawtooth the series, and I hope more BL series like this will come to guide us in real life. For my number 2, it goes to Theory of Love the series. Theory of Love the series was aired last year, 2019. The reasons why I placed this series in number 2 are because of the skills of the actors, especially Gunn, the depth of the characters, the official soundtrack that always makes me insane every time I hear it, and lastly, because I could relate to it in real life. I might say that this series is like a book of my own life. It was like, I am watching my own story in this series. I could see myself and Gunn in this series. The one-sided love story is not new in our daily lives, but the way it was portrayed in every scene felt like it was new to us. My most favorite part of this series is when Kai waited for a long time in the train station only to find out that his friends ditched him in their trip. Even after Third came in the station, he was still in his composure. But every person has its limits. The scene when Third hugged him and Kai cried, I almost died of being broken-hearted. That's one of the most heartbreaking scenes in the entire BL series. I really hope that we could see another BL series like this wherein it's more focused on the feelings rather than anything else. For my number 1, my most favorite BL series of all time, Sawtooth the series. Sawtooth is the first BL series that I have watched in my life and introduced me in the BL world. Even if I watched today the entire episodes of Sawtooth, I would still be in cloud 9. Much like its season 2, the original Sawtooth the series has a lot of lesson that you could learn. The importance of friendship is highly emphasized in this series. I really like how they build up the main characters in this show. Kong kept on pursuing Artit even if the latter kept on pushing him away from him. At the end, Artit learned how to embrace his feelings for Kong even if he was not fond of showcasing it in public. Their true love for themselves is enough for me to watch this entire series. Just like what I have said, a BL series does not need too much kissing scenes or even a bed scene to satisfy its viewers. As long as the message is conveyed and as long as the emotions are being felt, that could be a great BL series. Don't get me wrong, I do not hate or I do not condemn kissing scenes and a bed scene in a BL series. If it's really needed in the flow of the story, then I would greatly appreciate it. If you wonder, some notable BL series were not included here in my list, such as Until We Meet Again, Dark Blue Kiss, Love Sick, 2 Moons 2, Together With Me, and many more. That is because I still did not watch it all. Please forgive me if my reasoning could be biased, but that is just my personal views. If you do not agree with it, that would be okay with me. I also would like to hear your thoughts for your most favorite Thai BL series and why it is your favorite. Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. Please be reminded to have a healthy conversation with our fellow BL fans. Do not spread negativity. Learn to respect and you will also be respected. That is all, and see you on my next video. Bye bye.